Hi friends, Suzanne here with the newest installment of the mini-series called Crafting at the Lake House. I started this one-day local retreat back in 2019, and now we've completed our third event. Even with all the restrictions and safety rules we had to follow, this event was a huge success. My friend and fellow demonstrator Terry from Card Designs by Terry helped me once again, where we split the work and brought together local crafters from around BC for this super popular catered first class event. If you're interested in attending the next Lake House event in June, please fill out the form on my blog, sunstampin.com, or in the description of this video. In the mini-series, I am sharing a dozen card designs we created for the make and takes at the event. Fair warning, some supplies are from the January to February celebration catalog, so if you're trying to recreate, you may have to substitute. Hey everybody, for today's card, we are using this stamp set called Nuts and Bolts. I had to get it because it's super cute. And I am a sci-fi nut, so that goes, if I'm a sci-fi nut, that means that I gotta love robots. And thought this one was really cute. You could use it for a Valentine's Day card, but I actually gave it to my best friend, who is a guy, and I thought it would be super cute for happy birthday to you for him. All right, so I'm using Memento Tuxedo black ink here. This is a page of basic white, and I'm just stamping my robots, and then I will be coloring them in. So I'll be giving you a few hints here. I also want to share with you that I am going to share my mistakes with you this card because there was plenty of them. One little tip is to make sure that you have an absorbent surface under your coloring. You don't want to just color straight on your desk. The reason why, our blends markers, some of them, especially when they're new, are very juicy and they can bleed. That means that the color will feather out past the line. So you don't want that. You want your absorbent material underneath your card so that the ink can go straight through and down, not out. So past the lines. All right, I used a couple of different colors here. I used gray granite, which is a warm gray, smoky slate, which is a cool gray, and then I used cinnamon cider for some of the appendages and the arms and such. I also believe I used Poppy Parade for the flower, and I know I don't show it here, but I do color in my robot's tongue. And I did want to share that I fussy cut these out. Now I know a lot of people, I can hear your eyes roll. Like I know that there's people who are like, oh my gosh, I don't want to fussy cut. You don't have to. I just, for this card design, I wanted to, because I'm making a unique card design here. So I'm not going to share the cutting out with you, but I will show you this tip. I have this little felt pen here, and what I'm doing is coloring around the cut part of my robot so that it looks like I have cut it perfectly. And trust me, I don't think I did. So here, you just color it in and all of a sudden you look like a master cutter. So there's tip number 2. I don't know how many tips I can give you, but anyway, I just wanted to share with you that little tip because it really does work and help. All right, so here I am stamping some hearts, and I will be coloring these as well, just very, very quickly. And again, I think I'm using Poppy Parade, yeah. So I took the darkest on the outside and I did the whole outline and left the little part in the center empty, and this is such a small piece that I wasn't worried that things were going to be bleeding or anything, so I just ended up coloring without an absorbent. So I disobeyed my own rule that I just gave you, but that is a good tip. I just forgot. All right, so here I have some glue, and I am gluing down my first robot, and I want this. So if I was to make a scene, which I have, this is sort of an unusual scene. I want to make the robots look like they are on, I think the word is a girder, like a metal girder that you would find, say, in a spaceship or a big building or something like that. And they're coming into contact with each other, and one is saying, "Happy birthday to you." So right now they look like they're floating, and that's not a good look. So here's a strip of basic black, and I'm just going to attach it under this guy's feet. And I did this afterwards just so that I had perfect placement of that black card. And then I did the same for the second robot. And you're just lining things up on, or I was lining things up on my grid mat. So I trimmed off the edge. Okay, and here comes mistake number 1. I wonder how many lists I can have in this video. Inked my HB2U, and look, I'm focusing in, and look at me being upset. I'm not going to redo this. So how am I going to fix it? So I got the little bit of that black, just a small line, and I put some glue on it, and I'm going to cover my little line. So the design that I created for the lake house did not have this second line, but this is how I fixed my mistake. So it looks like a second girder. Is that the right word? I don't know. A second piece of metal in one building, or, you know, whatever. Okay, so this is a strip of the Pattern Party Designer Series paper. You can get this when you are a host if you want. Anyway, you can see how I miscut my black card. So I had to trim off this little bit of DSP. And then I had to bring in my teeny tiny, I use this all the time. Stampin' Up did sell them at one time, but doesn't anymore. I love this just for these little tiny little cuts. And there we go. Now it looks like my mistake has been fixed. All right, so then I put this card front onto a basic gray card base. And then I'm covering with Wink of Stella. I covered the girders, and I covered the robots and the hearts, and, you know, everything was covered. I didn't know when to put the Wink of Stella down, in other words. Anyway, you can see all the supplies I used today listed below in the video See More section, or in the supplies section on my blog. Those fast links will take you to my Canadian online store. I would love the chance to meet you and earn your business. So thanks so much for watching, and bye for now.